so much for doing this interview with me because this is the first chance I'm getting to do this. And I was excited when I got the email and I actually got an invite to come to this event. My only thing was I wanted to make sure people knew about this. So as we speak, we're recording this on Zoom earlier so we can get a lot of people out like you really need me because when we're talking about this time of the season, people get excited because it's the slopes. Whoosh, whoosh. What's going on this weekend, my friend? Because this background says it all.
Oh yeah, this weekend is the official kickoff to winter. Well, winter in Canada, but let's just settle for winter in Ontario this weekend. The Toronto Ski and Snowboard Show is landing at the Better Living Center at X Place, and we're excited. We're excited to bring a whole new perspective on what one can do at a ski show, right? It's been last couple of years getting out of that COVID pandemic thing. We're a little up and down for our industry. And I think what we brought is our A game this year for food, music, fashion, entertainment. Oh yeah, and ski areas and a couple of deals as well. So it should be good for everybody.
Let's get into this because just so you know, I've only skied once in my
I'll
whole
have to
life.
fix
Okay.
that.
Just once up at Blue Mountain. And let me just
Mm-hmm.
say, I had a lot of fun. But I put the skis on, and I remember going out of where I got the rentals from, and the first thing that happened was I flopped on my face. And I remember seeing a 6 year old just sort of putter by me. It really, I mean, older person. But the thing is, though, people love skiing. What is it about young and old that loves to, as I keep saying, hit the slopes?
Well, we think that skiing is much more than a sport. It's some people call it a lifestyle. We like to describe it as Canada's best winter family activity. It's something that you can do with people of all ages. You're not just, I grew up playing another winter sport that's popular in Canada, and my siblings got to spend all their time in an arena watching me play. Oops, I think I just let that go as to what I was playing. But the difference is that families, groups of friends, you can all go out and have fun, and it really doesn't matter whether you're a beginner like you were, or you're an expert. You can all be out there on the hill and having a good time, and that being out active in winter, that just leads to so many downstream benefits for us.
I was going to get into that, the health factors to skiing too, because I
Yeah.
also know too, even though I still work out, man, my legs, I was feeling a little bit of it. I mean, it really is healthy for that. And of course, fresh air. You can't get anything better than that.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's being outside has significant physical benefits. You definitely or use some new muscles when you're out skiing or snowboarding. But the mental health of just being outside in fresh air and big spaces can't be discounted at all. I think we've all learned a pretty valuable lesson over the last number of years, and I think that Canadians are attuned to just being simply active and well throughout the year.
Let's get into what's behind me here. So I go through the gates, I walk in, I see all this fabulous stuff. You kind of mentioned some things already because there's a lot of great fun things that are going to be happening, not just for buying, but experiencing too. Like I think there's a talk series that's going on, correct? Or a speaker
Yeah,
series.
Yeah, we've brought in speakers from across Canada and the United States to give us a perspective on snow sports participation. So, fabulous speakers like Tessa Treadway and Dan Egan, who are free skiers, people who have skied it all, if you can say that, and have a unique perspective. And what we're doing is we're really bringing up some of not only those types of speakers, but people from far flung destinations that we're only now really being able to sample again. We have people here from Italy, from Andorra, which many people don't realize is a ski destination, from Chile, which is an off-season ski destination for those of us who want to travel in July and August to the southern hemisphere, as well as all of our friends from the ski brands and the snowboard brands. So if you're a keen person on, say, Burton or Rossignol or Head or any of those ski and snowboard brands, you can come and talk to the people who are experts about what's happening that's new and exciting. And yeah, of course, you can go and talk to other ski areas and then off to see some of our retailers who are here with some of last year's gear and some of this year's gear. So it's an opportunity to be fully outfitted by the time you leave.
Is that part of the exhibition zones that we're going to be taking part of?
Yeah, there's distinct zones. We have everything organized according to our regions, from the United States through to our three major Canadian ski regions: Quebec, Ontario, and the West. as well as we have some people who don't fit into any category, like our Icon Pass friends, who are one of those big multi-resort passes, which I'd like to just go around all season and ski on one of those products, because I could see myself when I get a little older, not much older, end up getting a motorhome and traveling around just being a ski bum. I never got to do that when I was young, so it could be fun.
Now, there's some people they're taking the kids down there. Kids are like, Mom, I want to, Dad, I want to do something else.
Yeah,
There's stuff for them too, right?
yeah, we've got a kids fun zone, a family zone, if you will, that has skateboarding, which is sort of the best indoor version of snowboarding that you can have. And CJ Skate Park has come along to help us with that. Snow Valley has brought their indoor snow tubing ride, which is actually good for adults and for kids. And then there's Little Riders, which is a program that we run from the Canadian Ski Council, designed to introduce very young children to the sport of snowboarding. And there's a ton of indoor sliding activities that are absolutely fun there.
Now, as much as we want to have fun, safety is very important. Ski Patrol, I assume they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
part of that.
Ski Patrol is on site with us. Absolutely, they are talking about their membership, what they do to help keep people safe on the hill. But they're also running the biggest ski swap. Snowboards are included, of course, that occurs in anywhere in Canada. And so this is the idea that you can come and either bring in your old gear and sell it to people. So there's a great thing. You get to earn a little bit of money, and an individual perhaps gets to save a little bit of money by buying properly fitted used gear through the ski swap. And then you can go off and buy something new, or upgrade, whichever way you want to go. So they're here doing double duty for us this week.
What is Mountain Movie Night? I was just looking it over again. I'm going, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Well, we decided to entertain people. So we have two film offerings across the street from the venue in a beautiful theater called the Queen Elizabeth Theater here at the at Exhibition Place. And so Mountain Movie Night is the Saturday night. We have two documentary length films that we're going to be showing, having a few interesting perspectives on what it's like to live and engage with this mountain lifestyle. A little more than just your ski movie, the typical helicopter shots and deep powder. On the Friday night, we actually have the Solomon Quality Ski Time Tour coming in, and that's a little bit more of the hardcore ski movie. But our friends at Solomon Skis and Snowboards have brought a really entertaining movie fest for the Friday night as well.
Now, we did talk about the kids wanting to get some fun. The adults need to chill too. I know there's a lounge hanging out there too, right?
Oh yes, there's a great little lounge that we call the T Bar, which is front and center. You'll be able to see the fashion show from there, as well as take in some sights of the movies. We are bringing in some craft beer tasting, as well as some wine sampling. You know, the kind of things that we like to do as adults, and really, it really ties nicely into the whole theme of après ski. Because of course, once one gets out there and is skiing and snowboarding, you're having a ton of fun. The next best thing in your day is to have a little bit of après ski and kick back and tell some stories with your friends.
Now, for a novice like myself who walks in and says, okay, look, I want to go out there, I want to get some skis, I want to snowboard, blah, blah, blah. What are the prices like? What should I look for, especially as a beginner? What are the things that I should keep my eyes out for? Because, it can be overwhelming. I mean, just looking at the picture behind me, there's so many great things to be part of. But again, as a beginner, it could be a little overwhelming.
Well, the great thing about it is we have a number of independent retailers whose business it is to make sure that you get the equipment you need. And so follow their advice. There's people here from the East Toronto all the way to downtown Toronto, ski, snowboard, even some skateboard, if that's your thing. And they're going to be your guides on what you need to get started in terms of which ski brand, which equipment works best for you, which boot fits you the best, all of that good stuff. We also have the Go Skiing, Go Snowboarding booth, which is available to kind of help guide you through some of the process of, well, how do I do all of this stuff and where do I start? Do I buy my season's pass first? Do I run down and buy my snowboard first? The people at the Go Skiing, Go Snowboarding booth are there to sort of be your guides along the way. And so I think you'll find that ample number of equipment, and more importantly, an opportunity to save. I'd be wrong if I didn't recognize that last year was a little bit of a challenging winter for skier visitation. And what that means for us now is it's snowing out west right now. It's getting cold here in Ontario starting next week or this weekend. And there are deals on equipment from last year that you can pick up. Still great stuff, it's just 1 year old, and you can save a ton of money.
Yeah, and I also heard too that this year it's going to be sort of like a. It's not going to be like snow up to your neck, but we're still supposed to get some good snow. So sounds like it's going to be a good ski season. So for folks who are going to
Yeah.
be heading down, again, where's it going to be? When is it going to happen? And how do we get tickets or passes for this?
Well, all the details are at torontoskishow.ca. And but we, for all of us, we start on Friday at 2 p.m. and we go all the way through to Sunday at 5 p.m. Here at the at the exhibition place, the Better Living Building, which is near BMO Field. For those of you who love our TFC, the Reds, and we're just going to have a really great time. If you jump online sooner than later, there's opportunities to save on tickets. Everybody who buys a ticket online and in advance will receive a voucher for a 2-for-1 midweek lift ticket valid at participating ski areas in Ontario. So there's even a chance to save even more here. And so I say jump on in. Let's have a little bit of a party here at Better Living Center.
What a way to kick off the winter. Paul, thank you so much for this
Absolutely.
interview. I know people are going to have a lot of fun. And for all you novice out there, just be careful when you get out of that rental area. Don't do what I did because, yes, you can fall, boom, right on your face.
I would say that most of our skiers have someone there to help you. They just missed you, Rudy, but we'll make sure that there's someone there for you next time.
Thanks again.
Okay, mate. It's been great. Thank you.